Welcome back, my friends. Today, we're actually not going to be fixing anything, but I wanted to talk to you about something that's been a huge thing for us and that many people have asked about. That as a family of six, four kids, how do you survive on a single income in the Northeast? So I know there's lots of videos out there that tell you do this, do that. I want to share with you our personal experience, our struggles, and the things that we've done that have helped us be able to survive as a family of six. So 15 years ago, a little over 15 years ago, before our first child was born, my wife and I decided that we wanted her to give up her very promising career to be able to stay home and raise our kids. It was a tough choice, a choice that honestly was a faith step for us, trusting God that He would provide. And man, has He ever! It's been an incredible experience, but it was hard. It was not easy to make that decision, and as many of you know. But if you're someone who might be teetering on the edge, or about to have your first kid and wondering if this is possible and doable, I just want to encourage you that it is doable. It is possible, and I want to share with you how we've done it over the years. So, full disclosure, this year, a few months ago, my wife actually did start going back to work part time because the time is right with our kids' ages and with inflation and everything else, we could definitely use it. But like I said, for 15 years, we basically survived on a single income in the Northeast in the tri state area. So let me share with you my tips and tricks on the things that we've done as a family. So, number one, well, you can imagine with four kids, we love coffee. Coffee is an integral part of our lives. And as you know, if you like Starbucks, Dunkin', coffee is not cheap. Me, I like coffee twice a day. I like it in the morning and I like it afternoon, typically on my ride home. Now, if I were to buy that every day, it would be expensive. So what I do, get up every day, I make a big pot of coffee for my wife and I take my morning and afternoon coffee from home and I don't buy it unless it's a special occasion and I want to treat myself to something. I'm a big fan of pumpkin spice at Dunkin', but that saves a lot of money. On its face, a cup of coffee doesn't seem like much, but when you add two of them a day, 5 or 6 days a week, over the course of a month and then a year, it really adds up. Second, like I said, we really trusted in God. That was the biggest thing, honestly. I should have put that first. That our faith is what drove us to do this, and we saw God provide. So it's been incredible. Next is lunch and dinner. So if I know I'm going to be working a double shift at work, I will purposefully bring my lunch and my dinner. I bring lunch every day. 99.9999% of the time I bring lunch because number one, I know what I'm getting and I like it and I can keep it healthier. And two, it saves a lot of money. Every time I get caught somewhere and I have to go out and grab a meal, it's between $15 and $20. It's insane. And even if you go fast food, you're spending $10, $12. It's nuts. So I prep food. I prep food at the beginning of the week. Like I said, if I know I'm going to be working a long shift, I will bring my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. All three meals I'll have prepped the night before so I don't have to go out and spend money, get suckered into buying something that looks good at the time and is unhealthy and expensive. So that's a big one right there for us. Next up, and it's part of the reason this channel exists, is that we try to fix as many things as we can ourselves. Obviously, I'm not an expert, I'm not a pro. I just do what I can with what I have. But I know it's culturally normal to, as soon as something breaks, get rid of it. And there are some things where you absolutely have to replace it. You can't fix things. There's some items that can't be fixed. But a lot of things can. For instance, earlier this year, before I sold it actually, our pressure washer broke. Totally my fault. I didn't winterize it. It cracked, so, water froze in there. But instead of having to buy a whole new pressure washer, I searched and searched and searched, and for like $50, I found a pump on eBay, and it worked beautifully. There's so many things that we can fix and save a lot of money by not just instantly either one replacing it or two calling someone and hiring them to come fix it for us. So that's a big one. If you're brave and you're willing to pick up some tools, start the homeowner journey yourself and be brave and start fixing things, there are a lot of great resources out there like YouTube and like our channel. So cheap plug there. We limit going out to eat. We do not go very often. It is a treat for us, and especially as a family, you could imagine how much it actually costs to feed 6 people when we go out to dinner. So I know that it's nice. It's nice to be able to just let go and go out sometimes, but we try to limit it. It saves a lot. Every time we go out, the bill is well over $100, and we don't drink either. So it's a big expense. And I know a lot of people like to go out 2, 3 times a week, and that is a lot of money. That's well over a car payment by the end of the month. So that's something we limit. That's something we save as a treat, and our kids appreciate it when we do go. It's special to them. Next on the list is shopping sales and using coupons and things like that. We don't have time to clip coupons and sit here and look through all the flyers, but we do try to shop at places like Kohl's. Like, I don't think I've bought a pair of sneakers that haven't been from Kohl's and on sale in over a decade. Do I have the latest and greatest shoes? No. Do I care? No. You might, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying those options are out there. Marshalls, Kohl's. Shop the big Black Friday sales if you're looking for something, and really try to save money that way. It's a big help. Even our regular clothes, we try to always use a coupon somewhere to get 20% off, 30% off. For instance, we were coming back from vacation this summer and we stopped in an outlet center down in Delaware, I think it was, and just so happened Under Armour had 50% off everything in the store. So we got some great buys for the kids. So be on the lookout for those things. If you need something, if it can wait for it to go on sale. It saves a lot. Again, it's one of those things where it might not seem like a lot up front, but over the course of 10 or 12 purchases, it adds up. Another thing we do is mostly drive older cars. My wife's car is a 2011 vehicle. We try to take care of it. We try to keep it up, and we're going to try to drive it until it dies. This is the first time in a long time I've actually had a car payment. I hate it, but try to live modestly like that. And so this one is huge. This one I probably should have put number one. Feeding 6 people is not cheap. So we try to shop a lot of organic items, produce and things like that. And that, if you just buy it at Stop and Shop or these other stores, it's a fortune. And by God's grace, we've discovered Aldi, and Aldi has been fantastic. We shop at Aldi as much as possible. My wife will spend $300 at ShopRite, and she'll come home with like 7 bags full of groceries. You spend $300 at Aldi, you come home with 20 bags full of groceries. It has made a world of difference. An insane, I can't even believe how much difference it's made. If you're lucky enough to have an Aldi near you, I know it's not the best shopping experience. It's not as nice as some of the other ones, but prices are fantastic. It saves a lot of money. I'd honestly say it probably saves us 20 to 25% on our grocery bill. Feeding 6 people, that's a lot of money. So here's another trick that we do. Some people agree with this, some people don't. What we do is we pay for everything, our utilities, our groceries, everything basically except our mortgage and car payment goes on a credit card every month. And we have one that has a decent points reward system. And what we do at the end of the year is trade in those points for cash and use that to pay for, it usually pays for about 95% of our yearly family vacation. It's worked out really well. Yeah, it's a little hairy putting everything on a credit card, but we pay, you'd be paying it every month anyway. So what we do is we never pay interest on our card. We pay off the remaining statement balance every month from the month before. And that way we get the points. We don't accrue any interest. And it's a way where we basically get our vacations paid for. Now, if we're going to Disney or something like that, we've never gone. It's obviously not going to pay for that. But some of the other vacations that we do, we try to do, nice beach vacations. It helps pay for that. And it's been extremely helpful because it's just, you have this nice lump sum sitting there waiting for you to take it out. It pays for the vacation. We also don't drink. We'll have an occasional drink. I know a lot of people love their wine, they love their beer, they love whatever else, their bourbon or scotch, whatever the case may be. We don't. Um, Sometimes my wife will buy like a 16 pack of Sam Adams summer ale or the summer variety, and that thing ends up lasting like 6 months in our house. So we try not to drink. And honestly, probably a little healthier not doing it. I understand. I don't judge. If you like to drink a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with that. But it's expensive, and it's something that adds up on a monthly basis, and it's just something we try to avoid as much as possible. Now, this is another big one. We love Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is awesome. We have bought so many things on there. We've bought beds, we've bought firewood, we've bought bicycles, we've bought, I don't know, the list would go on and on and on. Anytime we need something, we don't look at Home Depot ad or something else. We look at Facebook Marketplace. And more of the times than not, it's on there for exceedingly high amount of savings. It's been fantastic. Now you got to watch for your shady people that are selling things, but man, is it a blessing. Facebook Marketplace is fantastic. And if you're not using it, I encourage you to do it. Something that I always stick by is, yeah, something's nice and shiny and new when you open the box. As soon as you take it out of the box and put your fingerprints on it, it's not shiny and new anymore. It becomes used. So why not save 50% and buy something used if it's still usable and still in good condition and will last? Because, man, I'm just telling you, if you don't check out Facebook Marketplace, give it a try. It is fantastic, and it has saved our family a ton of money. My last kind of tip is we bought a modest house. We were blessed over the years, some help from some friends. Like I said, God's grace earlier. But we didn't buy a house until I was in my early 40s. And, is that ideal for our American dream? Probably not, but it's what worked for us, and we're happy. We love our house. We bought a modest house. We didn't buy anything huge. We bought something that's maintainable and we can take care of ourselves. And we love it. And it's cozy and it's fine. We don't need a huge, monstrous house with a huge, monstrous payment. That's just not us, and we don't need it. And honestly, we wouldn't be able to afford it anyway. But even if we could, I don't think we would. So make those wise decisions. It takes some courage to kind of step outside of what culture tells you you need, what culture tells you your house should look like, what culture tells you your shoes should look like. It's all meaningless because it doesn't matter. What matters is that you spend time with your family, you build into them, you love each other, you spend time together, and you enjoy life. So I don't know. You may hate this video. That's okay. You may thumbs down it. That's fine. I understand. If it helps one person uh, make a decision to stay home to be able to raise their kids, and that's fantastic. That makes me happy. If it gives you some ideas on how to save money, that's fantastic too. Because in reality, I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, we could have a lot more uh, and maybe rest a little easier with certain things if we had gone back and not done what we had done. But I wouldn't trade the time with our kids for anything in the world. It's priceless. Time, you cannot put a price on that. And it can all just disappear tomorrow anyway, all that money. So I don't know. I hope you found this helpful or useful or encouraging. Know that you can do it. It is doable. I'm super thankful. I'm super grateful. And I hope that you guys can do it too. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one where we will be fixing something. See you then.